Good morning to my all dear brothers and sisters belonging to other backward classes. I myself, Ashok Kumar, as General Secretary OBC, All India LIC OBC Employees Welfare Association, want to discuss certain important points related with other backward classes community. Here we know that the concept of creamy layer is a big hindrance in the services for other backward classes. And another important point is related with group equivalence. As my dear brothers and sisters, you know that the concept of reservation was implemented by Government of India in August 1990. But some people have taken it into the judiciary, and it takes more than 3 years and lingered the concept of reservation in government jobs, public sector undertakings, banks, insurance companies, etc. for more than 3 years. After the implementation of Mandal Commission report in August 1990, it was effective for services from 8th August 1993. During this period, it was not implemented for government services. Now, after the implementation of Mandal Commission report in government jobs after 8/9/93, it came the concept of creamy layer. As you know, creamy layer is the greatest hindrance in the unity of other backward classes community, because there are some persons who comes under the category of creamy layer, and some persons who do not come into the creamy layer concept. The person who are not getting the benefit of non-creamy layer, they simply understand that this reservation has no meaning for them. That's why they aloof themselves from any movement related with OBC community. But I want to mention that we should understand clearly the concept of creamy layer. For service sector, its income is today 8 lakhs. But the salary income as well as agriculture income is not included for the determination of creamy layer. You know, the government circular dated 8/9/93 is the biggest circular for the determination of creamy layer or non-creamy layer for any central government jobs or any jobs related with insurance, banks and public sector undertakings. The income 8/9/93 is for, it is not included for salary. If someone gets salary 8 lakhs and his only income is from salary, it will not be considered for the determination of creamy layer. And if someone is getting rupees more than 8 lakhs from agriculture income, it will also not be considered for the concept of creamy layer. Or when the two incomes are clubbed, agriculture income as well as salary income are clubbed, after clubbing they are getting more than 10 lakhs, it will also not be considered for the concept of creamy layer. Meaning thereby, if you are getting salary income, how much it is, it will not be included for the consideration of creamy layer. Now the another thing is related with group equivalence. You know, all public sector employees, government employees or officers, they come in point number 2C of the circular dated 8/9/93. Now it clearly mentions that the persons who are working in banks, insurance, public sector undertakings, financial institutions, they understood that they are in group A, B, C or D. the central government jobs are divided into 4 groups: Group A, Group B, Group C and Group D. State government jobs, there are only 3 categories: Group B, Group C and Group D. In a state government, there are no major recruitment in Group A. Here there is a simple concept. Simply in Indian continent, people understand that if someone is recruited in class 1, they are in Group A. If they are recruited in class 2, they are in Group B. If they are recruited in class 3, they understand themselves as Group C. And class 4 implies they understand themselves as in Group D. But this is not the factual position. In the circular by Government of India dated 8/1993 clearly mentions in point number 2C that unless and until there is group equivalence of all employees, if they are not categorized by the group equivalence, their income will be taken as salary income. They are simply class 1, 2, 3 and 4. They are not in group A, B, C and D. And unless and until their group equivalence are decided, their creamy layer determination will be on the basis of their income. And in point number 6 of that particular circular, it is also mentioned that agriculture and salary income will not be included. So, our so many officers recruited in direct class 1 officer, they have not taken the benefit of reservation from 8/9/93 to 6th December 2017. Just think, the period from 8/9/93 to 6th December 2017, it is almost 24 years. Whoever is recruited in class 1 in earlier stage, after 24 years, their children are eligible for the benefit of non-creamy layer. But in misconception, they were recruited in class 1 in banks, insurance, financial institutions and public undertakings. They simply misunderstood themselves that they are in group A and they have not taken the benefit of non-creamy layer. This was very harassing situation for the students who were preparing for civil services. Now just think, after the determination of group equivalence on 6th December 2017, there was classification as class 1 JMGS scale 1 and above, they will be grouped as group A. For class 3 and class 4 employees, they were grouped as group C. But there was no determination of development officers or field officers working in other departments, that is, who were in group 2. We, the people of All India LIC OBC Employees Welfare Association, struggled for this. We have meeting in central offices, liaison meetings, and there are so many government provisions like National Commission of Backward Class, Government Committee of Reservation and Parliamentary Committee of OBCs, Reservation Committee of OBCs, etc. Whenever we get a chance, we raise this issue to different authority, right from LIC management to NCBC, Parliamentary Committee of OBC and Government Committee of Reservation, and wherever we get a chance to raise this issue that the determination of class 2 officers is still pending. They are not grouped whether they are in group A, group B, group C or group D. The struggle was continuing, but we did not get any success. Even the Government of India has issued the circular regarding group equivalence for the first time on 6th December 2017. In spite of that, LIC management has not not issued any circular on group equivalence. We were continuously raising this issue to different forums. I, being the General Secretary of All India LIC OBC Employees Welfare Association, have requested so many times verbally or in writing, and our predecessors of All India LIC OBC Employees Welfare Association also raised these issues to different forums. But there was no any circular by LIC management. After a great struggle, we decided to have the resistance in more stiff manner. And I, being the General Secretary OEC LIC Employees Welfare Association, decided to fast unto death. And this all information were given to our different authorities. We have informed to NCBC on 14th February 25, to ED personnel on 6th February 25, to CEO and MD of LIC on 14th February 2025, and to Parliamentary Committee of OBC on 27th February 2025. My dear brothers and sisters, in spite of these efforts, in addition to these efforts, I also talked to the Chairman, National Commission of Backward Class, Sri Hansram Gangaram Ahir ji, on 23rd February 2025. And on 23rd February 2025 also, we talked to the member of National Commission of Backward Class, Sri Bhuvan Bhushan Kamal, for our struggle, which we have decided to start from 28th February 2025. The format of a struggle was in such a manner. 28th February 2025 was Friday, and from 28th February 2025 I sit on hunger strike, and after this every Friday up to 28th March 2025 we have to sit for the hunger strike. From 28th March 2025 I decided to sit on fast unto death. After talking with the authority of National Commission of Backward Classes, they were impressed with our request, and both of them, the member Sri Bhuvan Bhushan Kamalji as well as the chairman of NCBC Sri Hansraj Gangaram Ahir, noted my point, and they visited Patna on 28th March 2025, the day which I have decided to sit on fast unto death. On 28th February 2025, the LIC management, our zonal management, as well as I, with my other office bearers of All India LIC OBC Employees Welfare Association, put this demand to the chairman. They noted it, and the chairman, National Commission of Backward Class, was also accompanied by their higher officers of NCBC. All of them noted this point and decided to do something for group equivalence. Here, one thing I also want to mention, that on 24th February 2025, the NCBC chairman had a meeting with the officers and Department of Personnel and Training. They directed their DoPT to please do something or to have circular regarding group equivalence. Now, I am happy to inform you all of you that after this struggle of hunger strike from 28th February 2025 and indefinite hunger strike from 28th March 2025, this was the instantaneous region. We were struggling since long for the group equivalence. Our predecessors were also struggling since long for the group equivalence circular. But this was the instantaneous region. The hunger strike as well as fast and to death. These were two regions which became the milestone for the group equivalence circular. And now I am happy to inform you all of that Government of India has issued a circular on group equivalence on 7th April 2025, as well as LIC has issued a circular on group equivalence on 20th June 2025. By this circular, now the class 1 officers of insurance, banks, financial institutions, public sector, universities and etc. are in group A. Class 2 officers, field officers, in my department development officers are grouped in group B, and class 3 and 4 employees are grouped in group C. In this way we have won a very tough demand which were pending from since long. But after getting the demand of group equivalent, that is not the end point. My dear brothers and sisters, when we have won the battle of group equivalence, when the Government of India as well as Life Insurance Corporation of India has issued the circular regarding group equivalence, this is not the end point. Dear brothers and sisters, as I have introduced myself earlier, that I am the General Secretary OBC, All India LIC OBC Employees Welfare Association, and after a great struggle, our association has won the battle of group equivalence. But here one thing is most important. The struggle was won by All India LIC OBC Employees Welfare Association. One may think that this group equivalence circular is only beneficial for OBC people. But here I want to say categorically that this group equivalence circular is not beneficial only for OBC employees. This group equivalence circular issued by Government of India as well as Life Insurance Corporation of India is beneficial to all employees belonging to all categories. Means this is beneficial for general employees, beneficial for SC/ST employees, beneficial for OBC employees and other EWS employees or so-called all castes of employee. You may ask how this is possible. This is so because when the group equivalence of all people are decided, particularly the group equivalence of development officer is decided. Suppose some students who are preparing for different competitive examinations are filling their forms belonging to any category, general, upper caste, lower caste, SC/ST, OBC, EWS, etc. They have to fill up the form. In the form, they have to put the status of their guardian. Suppose some students have their father as development officers. They have to fill up the forms, the status of their guardian. He will write development officers. And if the group equivalence was not in existence, he can write nothing in that column. If he will write group A, it will be wrong. If he will write group C, again it will be wrong. If he will leave that column blank, then there will be separation of facts. And in case of final selection, their candidature may be rejected. That's why now when the group equivalence circular has came, now those candidates who are in general, SC/ST or in OBC or EWS, they all can fill their status of their guardian, the status of development officers as group B. It means this battle was fought by OBC Association, and now this battle was won by OBC Association, but this is beneficial to all categories of employees, all categories of students. This I want to category mention through this video information. Now just think, there are rosters. This circular has affected the rosters of development officer to a great extent all over India. Roster of class 1, roster of class 2, roster of class 3 and roster of class 4 are being prepared in every department. But in my department, I now just focus on the rosters of class 1, class 3 and class 4. Whatever the parameters for rosters, the rosters on all classes like class 1, class 3 and 4, they are not 100% correct. There are some major as well as minor mistakes in the preparation of roster in all categories. After we have checked the rosters of being the General Secretary, OBC, All India LIC OBC Employees Welfare Association, I have checked the rosters of 114 divisions, 8 zones and central office rosters also. And I am confident that up to all parameters, in all counts, there is not even a single roster which is correct up to 100%. And what about development officers? For development officers, after the implementation of this group equivalence circular, it needs a radical change. The development officer rosters are not correct after this implementation of group equivalence circular. I have list of so many states all over India, and with the list we can say that the rosters of development officers in Arunachal Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Odisha, Punjab, Rajasthan, Sikkim, Tripura, West Bengal, Dadar, Nagar Haveli and Lakshadweep needs radical change. I have given just examples of certain states, but there is need to check and rectify the rosters of development officers in all divisions. Here I also want to report you that development officer rosters are being prepared in divisional office. But divisional office has the area of even 2 states. As for example, Bhagalpur division, in Bhagalpur division, it is spread into Bihar and in Jharkhand also. Some branches are in Bihar, some branches are in Jharkhand. In Dehradun division, some branches are in Uttar Pradesh and some branches are in Uttarakhand. And there are so many examples also. For this type of divisions, we have to be more conscious, more vigilant in the preparation of development officer rosters. My dear brothers and sisters, we have won a great battle, but this is not the end point. After group equivalence circular, we as a representative and our office bearers as well as executive committee members have a great responsibility to check the rosters of all divisions. And my work is now increased because I have to check the rosters of all divisions, 114 divisions, 8 zones and at central office also. But for the development officers whose rosters are being prepared in divisional offices, we have to be more vigilant. And just think about services. If you got a service, some vacancy is there in one, vacancies maybe in decades, vacancy maybe in hundreds. But after the implementation of this group equivalence circular, the vacancies of development officer will be in thousands and thousands all over India. But how it is possible? It will be possible only after checking the rosters and having efforts to make it rectified. We will write it for this to our LIC management as well as other forums which are helpful for OBC community. These forums are National Commission of Backward Class, Parliamentary Committee of OBC and Government Committee of Reservations. And now I want to summarize all these things as when we are working for the OBC people, we have to struggle only. After a great struggle, we have reached up to this point. But this is not the end point. For achieving some more, for the benefit of service sector people and for the benefit of other backward classes community, we have to be more vigilant. We should remain united. We should strengthen All India LIC OBC Employees Welfare Association. Then only we can win the battle and we can help the downtrodden section of our society. Thanks to you. Thanks to all of you.